UL 1026, the standard for electric household cooking and food serving appliances, focuses on mitigating electrical and injury risks for users. The question of whether UL 1026 specifically lists risks associated with appliances using an ungrounded type polarized NEMA 1-15P plug is addressed. Based on the information, UL 1026 does not provide a specific list of risks related to appliances using this type of plug. However, it is important to understand the general safety considerations for appliances, especially those that are ungrounded. Appliances with a two-prong, ungrounded polarized plug like the NEMA 1-15P rely on polarization for safety instead of a direct connection to ground. Polarization ensures that the neutral wire is wider than the hot wire, preventing users from accidentally reversing the plug-in and outlet. This design helps to ensure that the appliance's internal wiring is connected correctly, reducing the chance of electrical shock. However, the absence of a ground connection means there is no alternative path for fault current to flow back to the source in the event of an insulation failure or short circuit. This absence can result in a potentially hazardous voltage on the appliance's chassis or exposed metal parts, posing a risk of electric shock to the user. The grounding system in an electrical circuit is designed to provide a low impedance path for fault current to flow back to the source. This low impedance path allows the overcurrent protection device, such as a circuit breaker or fuse, to quickly trip and interrupt the circuit, minimizing the duration of the fault and reducing the risk of electrical shock or fire. Without a ground connection, the fault current may not be high enough to immediately trip the overcurrent protection device, leaving the hazardous voltage present for an extended period. It is critical to regularly inspect appliances with ungrounded plugs for any signs of damage or wear. This includes checking the power cord for cracks, fraying, or other damage, as well as examining the appliance's housing for any signs of deterioration or corrosion. Any damaged appliances should be immediately removed from service and either repaired by a qualified technician or replaced. Additionally, ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, can provide an additional layer of protection when using appliances with ungrounded plugs. GFCIs are designed to detect even small amounts of current leakage to ground and quickly interrupt the circuit, reducing the risk of electric shock. GFCIs are particularly useful in damp or wet locations, such as kitchens and bathrooms, where the risk of electrical shock is higher. For example, the National Electrical Code, or NEC, requires GFCI protection for receptacles serving countertop surfaces in kitchens. This requirement helps to protect users from electric shock hazards when using appliances near water sources. In older homes with ungrounded wiring, it is possible to replace ungrounded receptacles with GFCI-protected receptacles. This can provide a significant improvement in electrical safety without the need to rewire the entire home. When replacing an ungrounded receptacle with a GFCI receptacle, it is important to properly label the receptacle as GFCI protected and no equipment ground. This labeling helps to inform users that the receptacle does not have a ground connection and that the GFCI protection is providing an alternative means of safety. Furthermore, it is important to avoid overloading electrical circuits, as this can increase the risk of electrical hazards. Overloading a circuit can cause the wires to overheat, potentially leading to insulation damage, short circuits, and fires. To avoid overloading circuits, it is recommended to use a power strip with a built-in circuit breaker. Power strips with circuit breakers can help to protect against overcurrent conditions by automatically tripping and interrupting the circuit if the current draw exceeds the rated capacity of the power strip. This can help to prevent damage to appliances and reduce the risk of electrical fires. Furthermore, it is important to use extension cords safely. Extension cords should be used only temporarily and should be properly sized for the load they are carrying. Using an undersized extension cord can cause a cord to overheat, potentially leading to insulation damage and fire. Extension cords should also be inspected regularly for any signs of damage or wear. Damaged extension cords should be immediately removed from service and replaced. The NEC provides guidelines for the proper use of extension cords. The NEC Article 400 covers flexible cords and cables, including extension cords. This article provides requirements for the construction, installation, and use of flexible cords and cables to ensure safety. In addition to the electrical safety considerations, it is also important to be aware of the potential fire hazards associated with appliances. Appliances that generate heat, such as toasters, ovens, and coffee makers, should be kept away from flammable materials. These appliances should also be placed on a stable surface to prevent them from tipping over and causing a fire. It is also important to clean appliances regularly to remove any buildup of grease or food debris, as this can also pose a fire hazard. Regular maintenance, such as cleaning heating elements and checking for loose connections, can help to prevent fires and extend the life of appliances. The NEC Article 422 covers appliances and provides requirements for the installation and use of appliances to ensure safety. This article includes requirements for the wiring, overcurrent protection, and grounding of appliances. It also includes requirements for specific types of appliances, such as cooking appliances, water heaters, and air conditioners. The use of surge protectors can help protect appliances from damage caused by power surges. Power surges can occur due to lightning strikes, utility switching, or other electrical events. Surge protectors work by diverting excess voltage away from the appliance, preventing it from reaching sensitive electronic components. It is recommended to use surge protectors for valuable or sensitive appliances, such as computers, televisions, and audio equipment. The selection of appropriate appliances for specific applications can also help to improve safety. For example, when selecting a cooking appliance, it is important to consider the size of the cooking surface, the power requirements, and the safety features. Appliances with automatic shut-off features can help to prevent fires by automatically turning off the appliance if it is left unattended. Appliances with cold touch exteriors can help to prevent burns by keeping the appliance's surface temperature low. Furthermore, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for the safe use of appliances. The manufacturer's instructions provide important information about the proper operation, maintenance, and safety precautions for the appliance. Failure to follow the manufacturer's instructions can increase the risk of accidents and injuries. UL 1026 focuses on various safety aspects of electric household cooking and food serving appliances. It is essential to consider these safety factors for all electrical appliances in the home, regardless of the plug type, to minimize the risk of electric shock, fire, and other hazards. The standard does not specifically outline the risks for appliances with NEMA 1-15P plugs. Understanding electrical safety principles is crucial for the safe use of all appliances. Therefore, safety should be the top priority when using electrical appliances.